Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adora. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Chicago, Illinois. Today I'm going to share with you this recipe on how to make meat pie without an oven. You don't need an oven to make this meat pie, okay? So if you want to find out how I made it, please continue watching, and if it's the first time I'm coming across my channel, you are welcome. Please subscribe. So let's get into the recipe. So for the list of ingredients, we will need 1 kg of all-purpose flour. We will be adding 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. We'll be adding 1/4 teaspoon of salt or a pinch of salt. We will need 1/4 cup of sugar. This is optional. Some people don't like their pastry sweet, so it is just optional. I'll be adding half a seed of nutmeg and 2 eggs. 10 ounces of milk or water is the same as 1¼ cup of water or milk. We'll be adding 4 sticks of butter. This is the same as almost 500 grams of butter. Then for our fillings, we'll be adding, of course, our ground beef. I have some flour, so this is going to serve as a thickener. I have my chopped carrots. Someone once told me on Facebook, this is not meat pie, you don't add carrots to meat pie. Okay, but this is how we make it in Nigeria. Okay, if you don't like carrots in your meat pie, please just omit that. And this is my Irish potatoes already cut into fine pieces. Okay, so this is optional. Okay, I also have some chopped onions. Here I have some thyme for seasoning. We'll be adding some salt. I have some curry powder. I have some pepper. I have some oil for frying the beef. And finally, I have my seasoning cube. So let's get straight into making the filling for our meat pie. So to start, just add a little amount of oil into a heated pan. Once it heats up, which takes about 1 minute or less, add in your chopped onions. Next, add in your ground beef and mix everything together. You need to use a spatula to mash the ground beef down, because if you let it just cook like this, it's going to form lumps. Okay, so you need to always mash it down at the initial time so that it doesn't form lumps. So after it is completely mashed down, it is supposed to look like this. Now add in your seasoning cube, followed by your thyme. Next, add in your curry powder and stir everything together. You can also add in your pepper at this time. Then add in some water, just a little amount of water, about ½ cup of water. Cover it and let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. Next, dissolve about 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour in water. This is going to serve as our thickener. You can also make use of corn starch or corn flour if you have. So this is going to thicken the filling. It will make it to stick together and not it won't be crumbly inside the meat pie. Now add in your potato and your carrot. Stir everything together. Cover it and let it cook for about 1 to 2 minutes, or until the carrots and the potatoes becomes very soft to your choice. So once the potatoes and the carrots become soft, pour in the thickener, stir everything together and turn off your heat. So another thing you need to note is that you need this to completely cool down before you make use of it. Do not, do not even ever try to make use of this meat pie filling while it is still hot. It is going to frustrate your baking. So now we are done with the filling. Let's go into the pastry. Add in all your dry ingredients together in one bowl. It is pretty easy. Just mix all the dry ingredients, add in your butter, add in the liquid chicken. So now I'm adding my sugar. Next I added my baking powder. Next I added my salt. I grated in my nutmeg. Mix everything together until they are well and properly mixed. Now add in your butter. It is good to have your butter at room temperature so that it doesn't feel too hard for you to incorporate inside the flour, but you don't need to heat it up in a microwave because it is going to turn into oil. So you just need to bring it out from your fridge very early in time so that it's going to become very soft. So once you are done mixing in the butter, it is going to look like this. It's going to look like gari. So next you add in your 2 eggs, mix everything together and pour in your liquid. So in case you want to make use of milk but you don't have liquid milk, you can just mix powdered milk with 10 ounces of water and you are good to go. And remember to add in the liquid gradually. Don't add everything at the same time. Just add and mix, then add as you go until you achieve a very smooth dough. Now after mixing, wrap the dough in a film wrap or you can use any nylon bag you have. This is to make the dough to be very soft and pliable to work with. So just keep it in your fridge or any place that is cool in your house for about 15 minutes or 20 minutes. So now you have to preheat your pot. You know the same mechanism of preheating an oven, that is what we are going to do now. So just get the biggest pot you have in your house depending on the quantity of meat pies you are making. Then get a metal rack or you can use a stainless tray. Put it inside the pot, just cover it and let it start heating up. So now it's time to fold our meat pie. We have everything ready. We have our meat pie filling. It is already cooled down. We have our egg wash. So this is going to make the meat pie to have a golden brown color. We have our rolling pin. If you don't have a rolling pin, please make use of any bottle of wine you have. This is my pastry brush for brushing the meat pies with the egg wash. Here I have my, I don't know what to call this, but this is going to serve the same function as a fork, okay, just to create holes inside the meat pie. So this is my dumpling. It is called empanada maker, just a meat pie folder. And if you don't have it, please make use of any round plate to just create your meat pie. So now, did you notice how soft and pliable our dough has turned into? So this is what you need to do. Just get a little amount of it. See how soft it is. It looks like swallow. Okay, so just try and roll it one more time, then use your rolling pin to flatten it. If you follow this recipe, you are going to get the same result. Did you notice how smooth and how easy to work with this dough is? You don't even need to flour your working surface. But if for any reason you find yours very sticky and you can't even work with it, you can't roll it, please flour your work surface. Okay, what I mean by that is just sprinkle some flour on the working surface and it is going to make it easier for you to roll. So after creating a very flat dough, use a round plate to cut it out. Next, place in your meat pie filling and just fold. Okay, just fold it the way you see me do it now. You also don't need to brush it with egg for you to seal the meat pie. If you follow this recipe, you don't need any of those things. It is going to seal on its own. Now use a fork to press it down, just to give it this authentic meat pie look. So this is how to fold it. Okay, it might need some practice. Okay, you might not really get it perfect the first time, but just keep on doing it and you are going to get better at it. So it is easier to make use of this empanada maker. It helps it to fold very neatly and it is just very fast. Okay, and just for you to know, this 1 kg of flour, it gives about 20 pieces of meat pies, but it also depends on how flat your pastry is. Okay, so if you are making use of this empanada maker, it is going to be very faster and the meat pies will look so professional. You can order it from eBay or from Amazon in case you want to buy that. Okay, so let me just show you again how to fold that without the empanada maker. So this is how to do it. It is not really difficult if you master it. So that is it. Just continue folding the rest of the meat pies. So now brush it with your egg wash. Remember, the egg wash is going to give this meat pie a very golden brown and beautiful color. So next thing is to place it into our preheated pot. Cover it with a foil paper and then place the cover of the pot as well. Reduce your stove to medium to low and let it bake for about 45 minutes to 1 hour. And this is it. It is ready. Okay, it just depends on how brown you want it to be. If you want it to be very golden brown, please let it bake more on a very low heat, okay, until you achieve the color you like. So but this is the end result for me. This is how I like my meat pie to be. This is the end result. Okay, so let's just open the inside so that you see how beautiful this meat pie looks. before we open the inside, let us just admire the outside first. Let's just admire how beautiful it looks on the outside before we move into the inside. So this meat pie, it wasn't just delicious, it was also so crunchy. Oh my god, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this meat pie was so yummy and delicious. I hope you try this out at home, and please, if you do, let me know, okay? Leave me in the comment section. If you have any question, please ask me. I'll be there to reply to all of your questions. And this is it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and be sure to watch my other video on how to make Nigerian cake without an oven. Okay, whatever you think you can make inside an oven, you can as well make it without an oven. So please stay tuned, subscribe, turn on your bell notification so that you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a nice day.